Good morning, up to Wednesday, October the 18th. Glad you're awake already. I'm Ray Collins.
I love the way you just said that. I'm Stephanie Roberts. Up to Wednesday.
Up to
Because
Wednesday.
life is a countdown till Friday, right?
That's right. We've made it this far.
That's why they call it Hump Day. We are up and over the third day of the weekend. We are headed toward the weekend. That's an optimistic statement on Wednesday, and I'm going with it.
Right.
We do have gorgeous conditions
Yes.
outside. I had windows down this morning, John Scalzi, on the commute. It really feels like fall out there this morning.
Don't you think?
I do.
Yeah, it dropped 6 degrees
I'll
actually
take
in our
it.
dew point. Yeah, exactly. That's what I think. I mean, okay, it wasn't a cold blast of Arctic air like you sometimes get with some of these fall cold fronts, but we did drop our temperature about 5 degrees and our dew point about 6 degrees, and all of that combined together makes it feel pretty nice out there. There's a much stronger cold front coming our way next week, though, and we'll talk about that in a few. We have across the region kind of a mix of sun and clouds in store for us today. Maybe an isolated shower or two, not much more than that. The frontal boundary kind of stalled just to our south. Some drier air has snuck into the picture, and it has basically removed our rainfall chance for the morning hours. As you saw on radar, everything is pretty quiet around here, but by afternoon we'll throw in about a 20% chance of an isolated sprinkle or shower. That's about it. That because of a strong easterly wind that'll pick up again a little bit later on this afternoon. Well, that complete forecast for you coming up in just a few.
All right, talk to you soon. Checking first alert traffic, our new and improved maps now highlighting University Parkway. You'll see that along the lower third of your screen. Looking busy right now on State Road 70, mostly in the westbound lane over 301. Farther south now into Sarasota County. We'll check that and see first off some buildup along the Bayfront as you get past the Sailor and Nurse statue and head toward the 301 split. Also Clark Road in the eastbound lane and 41 southbound after you get past Tickney Point. South County mostly clear at 6:03 on your Wednesday morning.
Our top story this hour, the fallout continues after a Florida congresswoman accuses President Trump of making insensitive remarks to the widow of a U.S. soldier killed earlier this month in Niger.
She says she overheard the remarks on a speakerphone while heading to the airport to meet the soldier's family. ABC's Serena Marshall has the story.
A grieving widow 6 months pregnant and a flag-draped coffin. The remains of her husband, U.S. Army Sergeant LaDavid Johnson, returned home. The soldier with the elite U.S. Army Special Forces, one of 4 who died nearly 2 weeks ago in Niger. Only an hour before, President Trump calling Maisha Johnson, offering condolences, but according to Democratic Representative Frederica Wilson, in that call the president told the grief-stricken Johnson he knew what he signed up for, but when it happens, it hurts anyway.
It's so insensitive.
By her own admission, Wilson only heard part of the more than 5-minute call.
You don't say that. He is the President of the United States. This is a soldier who gave his life for his country.
According to the White House, the president's conversations with the families of American heroes who've made the ultimate sacrifice are private. But the new controversy coming after the president defended his claim that other presidents, including President Obama, did not ever personally call grieving families of fallen soldiers.
I mean, you could ask General Kelly, did he get a call from Obama?
Kelly doesn't talk about his son's death and wouldn't go on the record. Obama aides not disputing the White House's claim, but say Kelly attended a White House breakfast for Gold Star families, where he sat at the First Lady's table.
After some initial backtracking, President Trump appears to be standing by his initial claim that previous administrations never called the families of fallen soldiers. Those previous administrations, though, say they used a combination of phone calls, letters, and in-person meetings to express their condolences. Serena Marshall, ABC News, Washington.
An update now on President Trump's travel ban. A federal judge is blocking the ban for the 3rd time. Trump's 3rd version of the policy was set to take effect today. The new restrictions were to cover 8 countries: Chad, Iran, Libya, North Korea, Syria, Venezuela, Somalia, and Yemen. A federal judge in Hawaii says the travel ban, quote, plainly discriminates based on nationality. In a statement, White House Press Secretary Sarah Sanders calls the ruling dangerously flawed. The Justice Department says it will appeal the judge's decision. And 2 senators have reached a bipartisan agreement: restore Obamacare reduction payments. This comes after months of gridlock over health care reform. Senator Lamar Alexander, a Republican from Tennessee, and Patty Murray, a Democrat from Washington, have worked for weeks on the new plan. President Trump calls the deal a short-term solution, and he seemed supportive of the proposal.
Yes, we have been involved, and this is a short-term deal. because we think ultimately block grants going to the states is going to be the answer. That's a very good solution. We think it's going to not only save money but give people much better health care with a very, very much smaller premium spike.
President Trump assured reporters he still intends to repeal Obamacare despite failed efforts to do so over the past several months.
New this morning, sources say former White House Press Secretary Sean Spicer is the latest administration official to be interviewed by special counsel in connection to the Russia investigation. Insiders say Robert Mueller's team is looking for a possible paper trail linking the dismissals of FBI Director James Comey and National Security Advisor Michael Flynn. Former Chief of Staff Reince Priebus and National Security Counsel's Keith Kellogg were also recently interviewed as well. And the Senate Intelligence Committee has issued another subpoena in its Russia investigation, compelling former Trump foreign policy advisor Carter Page to testify. He told investigators last week that he would plead the Fifth to avoid sending most of the documents the committee requested, saying the documents are beyond the charter of this particular probe.
Developing overnight, 2 officers involved in the violent removal of a United Airlines passenger back in April have been fired. 2 other officers are suspended. Chicago aviation officials are saying that the incident was improperly escalated. They also say facts about the investigation were deliberately removed from an employee report. You're watching video of the moments leading up to the incident, cell phone video showing Dr. David Dow being dragged by officers after refusing to give up his seat on the sold-out flight. Officials said he lost 2 teeth, suffered a broken nose, and a concussion. United Airlines eventually reached a settlement with Dow.
New security is on the way to protect pedestrians on the Las Vegas Strip. Crews will install 700 of the barriers in areas that are potentially vulnerable for large groups of pedestrians. The Department of Public Works and county commissioners say the posts will be strong enough to resist a 15,000-pound vehicle traveling 50 miles an hour.
We want to ensure that the public is as safe as we can possibly make them. This is another step in that direction to make them safer.
Back in December of 2015, a Lakeisha Holloway jumped the curb and drove a car onto the sidewalk in front of the Paris Hotel in Planet Hollywood. She struck more than 30 people, killing one of them. Construction is expected to be completed before the new year. And the Las Vegas security guard shot in that mass shooting earlier this month, Jesus Campos, will appear today on the Ellen Talk Show. He has declined interviews from all news sources. Campos was shot by Stephen Paddock through a hotel door on the 32nd floor of the Mandalay Bay before Paddock opened fire on concertgoers, killing 58 and injuring hundreds more. These photos from October 10th, when Campos was honored by the Security, Police, and Fire Professionals of America for his acts of heroism during the shooting.
Caught on camera, a race car wreck in Indiana gets quickly out of hand when the drivers use cars and their fists to settle a dispute. Let's take a look. A couple of drivers got into it. They were racing in Anderson, Indiana, and then a collision on the race had one of the drivers spinning out. Well, he wasn't happy about it, so he gets out and has words with the other driver, and then things got out of control. The other driver guns it, drove his car into the hood of the other car, which then leads to a fist fight between the drivers and then tasings and eventual arrests when law enforcement gets involved. One driver was charged with disorderly conduct, the other with criminal recklessness.
Reckless driving.
Little testosterone, people.
Wow.
Sorry to blame you both with your male hormones, but really, guys?
Don't get us involved.
They should have perhaps gone into a demolition derby instead of,
I know.
instead of that
I'm
one.
sure the crowd loved it.
Yeah.
It's a race, it's not boxing.
You're right. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that.
No, I don't think I have either.
Taser.
Pretty
Yeah,
amazing.
wow.
Tasered on the hill. Wow. Okay, we have some changing weather coming up over the next couple of days. We'll talk about that in a few.
And we're not offended by it.
No, it's
So
nice,
know.
right?
Yeah,
good.
I'm not going to hurt you.
Okay, good. Glad.
No tasings out here. Up next, also the first alert traffic and looking for a job. Well, you're not alone.
We'll tell you one local group is working to help lower the Suncoast unemployment rate when we come back.
Patriotism. It inspires passionate debate. It's worn like a badge of honor with good reason, because it means love and devotion for one's country. But what really makes up this country of ours? It's the people. To love America is to love all Americans. This year, patriotism shouldn't just be about pride of country. It should be about love. Love beyond age, sexuality, disability, race, religion, and other labels. Because love has no labels.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jeetsi. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
The ABC 7 First Alert Hurricane Guide. Download yours today.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Now your ABC 7 First Alert Weather Forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
Yeah, if you're just joining us, current conditions are beautiful out there. 70-degree air temperature with a dew point about 6 degrees cooler than it was 24 hours ago. And that is a noticeable difference. You really feel that the air's got a little bit of a crispness to it, kind of like fall just around the corner. We will see some lower dew point values, and I mean dew point values maybe 10 degrees cooler than they are right now, coming our way next week. But this is about as good as it gets this week. 68-degree dew point value. Mix of cloud and clear sky out there. I think, you characterize the morning and into the afternoon, it's going to be somewhere between a partly cloudy and a partly sunny sky. We'll have banks of clouds that roll on by from time to time, but we'll see more sunshine than we did yesterday, and consequently our daytime high temperature will be a few degrees warmer than it was yesterday as well. 71 degrees, Wauchula, Arcadia, 70 in Mayaca, Parrish at 69, so is Bradenton and Lakewood Ranch, 71 in Northport, 72 in Punta Gorda, 72 in Inglewood, 71 in Venice, and Longboat Key. So across the state of Florida right now, the place that has the most likelihood of seeing any showers this morning will be on the east coast, where an onshore wind flow kind of slings some of that moisture back toward the coast. For us, the drier air is filtered in on that northeast wind and really reduced our rain chance to next to nothing during these morning hours. So the morning commute's going to be rain-free. That's not an issue. But by afternoon, maybe some of that east wind will bring a little more moisture into the picture and maybe produce a shower or two here locally, but it's not a big rain chance. And across the nation, if you're traveling today, I don't see any airports that are going to have a problem with weather. It is a very calm, tranquil day across most all of the United States. We are looking at this big ridge of high pressure continuing to build in as this front kind of decays over the next couple of days. That brings us sun-cloud mix, breezy conditions each morning and evening, and isolated afternoon showers for a day or two. Check out these wind speeds. This is in the afternoon. You'll notice the winds picking up to about 20. There'll probably be a small craft advisory reissued for tonight after a little bit of a lull in the winds this afternoon. And if you look at the moisture that's available for rainfall, the humid air is pushed down to the south, the dry air moves in, and that'll be it for a couple of days in the rainfall. Then we'll start to see some of the moisture that's on the East Coast transported our way by the end of the weekend. That'll bump up rain chances a little. A 10 to 15 knot wind this afternoon, getting higher this evening. Boaters watch for that. And the 7-day forecast shows a couple of beautiful days, Friday and Saturday, I think. And then a front comes through next Tuesday night into Wednesday day. Rain chances spike up, and you don't see it in this 7-day forecast. But if it went out to an 8-day forecast, which it will tomorrow, you will notice Wednesday's temperature probably with a high in the upper 60s. Back to you.
60s, no kidding. All right, we'll watch for that. Thank you very much, John. We're watching the roadways with First Alert traffic this morning. A little bit of volume already showing up there in Bradenton on 301 north and southbound. You'll notice that we have University Parkway now on the bottom of your screen. It is always busy at this early hour, especially in the eastbound direction. A little bit of volume westbound on Bee Ridge, but I-75 looking good in both directions through Manatee and Sarasota County, and no accidents and delays through South County. It is 6:17, and Career Source Suncoast hosted its 7th hiring event in a couple of months yesterday.
That's a lot. Our Bo Beth Yates was there.
Well, more than 35 employers from construction to hospitality have all gathered to look for potential employees, a trend that has left Sarasota's unemployment rate among the lowest.
We are looking for full-time applicants. We are hiring up to 300 candidates through the end of the year.
Customer service company Alorica is looking to fill job openings right here on the Suncoast, and they're not alone.
We're a civil engineering construction company, so we do everything from the ground down. We have a lot of jobs, and we need people to come in and apply.
Ripa and Associates was among the about 40 companies that packed the Robert L. Taylor Center with their eyes set on the Suncoast workforce. The job fair was just one of several mass hiring opportunities in recent weeks that is helping to drive the local 3.9% unemployment rate, a figure that is just below the current national unemployment rate of 4.2%.
As a region, we are continuing to see job numbers grow. The demand is there, and our region actually has the fastest growing rate for hospitality and leisure.
Career Source Suncoast has been tracking the area's unemployment numbers, and officials say not only are they seeing people get hired in the hospitality industry, but manufacturing, construction, and local government.
As it pertains to government positions, there is a huge growth rate in Manatee County government. They're going to have over a third of their workforce retiring over the next 3 to 5 years. So they're really looking to build up their workforce.
And the variety of employment options has job seekers like Claudia Clary, who is looking for something in the health and wellness industry, excited.
This is huge for someone like me. I really like the idea of getting in front of all the people who are looking for employees.
In addition to the positions being offered at the job fair, officials say Amazon could soon be opening a facility in Rabonia, which would add to the options for those looking for employment. Beth Yates, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
I did a story last month on this. You know what the top career is right now on the Suncoast?
What's that?
Registered nurse.
Really? Well, that doesn't surprise me too much.
Yeah, that followed by retail positions, particularly this time of year.
Yes, and I'm sure hospitality close behind.
Yeah, that's true.
We do know we like our restaurants.
Yes, we do. 6:20 right now, still ahead. A Colorado couple comes home to find hundreds of teens and deputies inside.
We'll tell you why the shocked homeowners think they were targeted when we come back.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
The kitchen is where life happens. Minnesota Flooring now offers a wide variety of beautiful quality craft-made cabinetry to make sure the heart of your home reflects your style. Visit us today.
This is an important medical announcement. Talcum powder products from some of the best-known brands have been linked to ovarian cancer. Any woman who has used a talcum powder product and has been diagnosed with ovarian cancer may be entitled to substantial compensation. Studies show that women with long-term use of talcum powder, including baby powder for feminine hygiene, can increase the risk of contracting ovarian cancer. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential, there's no cost, and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to women who should have been warned about the risks of ovarian cancer with long-term use of talcum powder. Call the Talcum Powder Hotline. If you or a loved one used talcum powder and were diagnosed or died from ovarian cancer, you must call now.
Call 800-570-7599, 800-570-7599.
Did you know that Sarasota County was the first in Florida to be recognized as an age-friendly community? Whether you're 22 or 82, we strive to be the best place to live, work, and play. A community rich with opportunities and things to do for people of all ages. On Saturday, October 28th, we're advancing this movement with a free community event featuring live entertainment and hands-on experiences. You won't want to miss our entire community coming together for an age-friendly festival presented by the Patterson Foundation.
I witnessed him have 2 heart attacks in ICU. He went through seizures.
We'd much rather have Aaron like this than dead. A lot of parents don't have that luxury.
He can't talk. He can't walk. This is a condition Aaron will live with for the rest of his life because he abused prescription pills.
Mind your meds. Learn more from the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
It's been years in the making, and today it finally opens. You say tomato, I say tomato. We say Hamer. You say hammer. Is it MC Hamer? No.
1M, I'm thinking Hamer, but for some reason I do believe we're going to call it the Fort Hammer Bridge. That's something we're going to have to get the official on.
Hammer? Yeah?
That's what I'm hearing.
All right.
We'll find out.
It opens today, by the way.
Regardless of what you call it.
By the way, it opens today. There's our addresses on Facebook. Please check it out, like the page, and we'll get back to you. Let's see if you send us any notes. We'd love to hear from you. 6:24 now on your Wednesday morning.
Welcome back. It is 6:24, as Ray said. And how would you feel if you came home to find hundreds of teenagers partying inside your house?
Sounds like Thursday at your house.
I was just going to say, I live this world, but not everyone does.
No, not a couple in Colorado, and it was all put on social media. Adrienne Bankert has the story.
In this morning's GMA First Look, this is something no homeowner ever wants to see. Strangers throwing a wild party in their house when they're not around. Police say that's what happened to homeowner Mike Cox. Dozens of teens break into his Colorado home Saturday night, drinking, dancing, trashing the place, posting their escapade on Snapchat. The video now part of the police investigation to identify the suspects.
We've just been picking up the cans and stuff.
Cox says he thinks his home was targeted because the property is for sale. He thinks the teens thought it was empty. It wasn't.
They don't value, anything. They don't value people's hard work, their property, any of it.
And we'll have tips to protect your home coming up at 7:30 a.m. For your GMA First Look, I'm Adrienne Bankert, ABC News, New York.
Mom still thinks Burlington is the place for coats. This time of year, she's absolutely right. Fashion coats, quilted coats, gloves, scarves, boots, hats. All the great brands at a fraction of the cost. Burlington may not be called Coat Factory anymore,
But they still have lots and lots of coats.
Woo! Testing, testing. Is this thing on? Huh? Come on, your turn. Woo!
Where do pencils go on vacation?
Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania.
Frosted just right, crunch in every bite. Kellogg's Frosted Mini Wheats.
Lily, she pretty much lives in her favorite princess dress.
But once a week, I let her play sheriff so I can wash it. I use Tide to get out those week old stains and Downy to get it fresh and soft.
You are free to go.
Tide and Downy together.
Feel that tingle of a cold sore coming on? Only Abreva can heal it in as little as 2.5 days when used at the first sign. Abreva starts to work immediately to block the virus and protect healthy cells. Abreva acts on it so you can too.
How's everybody doing? I'm Chef Bob Vitello. This is Chef Alan Bristow from Publix Aprons Cooking School. What are we cooking today, buddy?
We're going to do a hoisin blackberry sauce with a beautiful pork chop that's really seasoned very well. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put some blackberries, and these are fresh blackberries, into a nice little pan right here.
Those are nice looking berries, man.
Big berries.
Yeah.
We're going to add a little rice wine vinegar to that, get that beautiful sound. We're going to add some hoisin sauce, which is nothing more than an Asian-style barbecue sauce. It's got a real nice, sweet, delicious flavor to it. We're going to add some shallots to that as well. And we're also going to add a little bit of roasted garlic to that, which would be really nice. The last thing we're going to add to it is a little bit of fresh lime juice to that.
I wish everybody at home could smell this, man. It's amazing.
That's a good smell.
It's amazing.
So you just stir that, and all we do is just get that stirred up real well, just like this. And you want to let that cook, Bob, for just a little while. Break those blackberries down a little bit, and then in the end, you use a immersion blender or a standard blender or food processor just to puree it down to make it nice.
Could you use frozen berries?
No, you could. Yeah, you could use frozen berries. We've had some beautiful fresh blackberries, so I'd rather use those.
It's cooking school. We use the fresh ones.
Fresh all the time. Next thing we got is got a beautiful boneless center cut pork chop right here. We're going to add a little Cajun style seasoning to it. You could season it with whatever you want. Make sure that you season both sides really, really well, just like this. And that'll give you a real nice little flavor there. We're going to add just a little touch of salt to that and just a little touch of black pepper to both sides of that.
That'd go cool with the pork tenderloin too. See that?
I think the pork tenderloin would be excellent with that. So let that sit for a couple of minutes. And I like to let the seasoning sit on there, Bob, because then it just makes those flavors meld really into that meat very, very well.
Well, that's pretty cool, Alan. So, you know, starting tomorrow, be sure to stop by your Publix Aprons Simple Meals kiosk, pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients after sampling this delicious dish.
I think it's a delicious dish.
Looks great, Alan.
Thanks, guys.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Credit card debt can ruin your life. If you owe $10,000 and minimum payments are siphoning away your paycheck each month, you can get debt-free in less time than you think.
I've paid $800 a month for the past 3 years and haven't changed the balance on my credit card.
Get debt-free now has a program to reduce your debt, stop the harassing phone calls, avoid financial ruin, and settle for less than you owe.
I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
You're pre-approved for our special hardship program if you owe $10,000 or more. Upon payment of your new lower balance, your debt will finally shrink until you are debt-free.
My family no longer has 30 years of payments ahead of us at 20% interest.
There's no fees until you see results. So call now, make one monthly program payment, and free up your cash. Resolve your debt.
Call 800-685-6422, 800-685-6422.
What if you had a medical emergency away from home?
My chest hurts. I can't breathe.
What you need is Mobile Help, America's premier mobile medical alert system. Most systems only work at home, but with Mobile Help, you get help outside the home with coverage nationwide on one of the largest cellular networks at the press of a button. Call the number on your screen for a free full-color brochure. We'll send you everything you need, including this base station, the patented mobile device, and the waterproof pendant and wrist button. You can also add the fall button that automatically detects falls and signals help. Call today and receive a risk-free 30-day trial. There is no equipment to buy and no long-term contract. For a limited time, you will also receive a free emergency key box with your plan purchase. Remember, Mobile Help keeps you safe coast to coast.
Call 1-800-916-8638. That's 1-800-916-8638.
The ABC 7 First Alert Hurricane Guide. Download yours today.
Coming up on Good Morning Suncoast, it is finally happening. A major cut-through between Lakewood Ranch and Parish opens today. We'll have more on the long-awaited Fort Hamer Bridge.
Plus, a Manatee County woman is charged with murder and the death of her neighbor. We'll have the latest.
And a new honor for the city of Venice. We'll tell you about a national top 10 list that has just been released, and it's creating quite a buzz. Those stories and more right now on Good Morning Suncoast.
Live from the ABC 7 studios, this is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Welcome back. It is 6:32 on a Wednesday morning. I'm Stephanie Roberts.
And I'm Ray Collins. Plenty of clouds and some rain yesterday. And John says a changing forecast now. Even said upper 50s next week, John?
Oh, well, for low temperatures, I think, yeah, that's a possibility as we head into midweek next week. But even today, we're down about 4 or 5 degrees from where we were 24 hours ago, dew point values, and air temperatures are down as well, so it feels more comfortable outside. A little mix of sun and clouds on our satellite view. We have some representative temperatures from some of our Good Morning weather watchers. Richard in Northport, 73 degrees. Mark in Palmetto has 68 degrees. Cooper, how you doing, Cooper? South Central Sarasota, one of our youngest weather watchers, 70 degrees he has, and our senior weather watcher, Becky in Omayaka, who has been with us for over 20 years, 64 degrees. So across the region, not much in the way of any kind of rainfall chance this morning, but later on this afternoon, maybe about a 20% chance of rain as we hit a daytime high in the mid-80s. Complete forecast coming up in just a few.
Thank you, John. Checking First Alert traffic right now. Usual spotty delays in Manatee County. Nothing major to report at this point. Let's check farther south now into Sarasota County. A little problem there on Fruitville as you head east and you're passing the Shade and Tuttle areas. Also look at the south part of your screen there, the bottom part of your screen rather. Around 41 and Clark and Stickney Point, you'll see issues in both directions. Farther south, mostly clear at 6:33 on your Wednesday morning.
Topping our news this half hour, new developments in the death of an 82-year-old woman found in her Bradenton home.
Police have arrested the woman's neighbor and charged her with the murder of Zelma Huddleston. Now, this is Misty Whiteley. She's also charged with battery on a law enforcement officer and obstruction of justice. Police received a 911 call about a medical issue on 3rd Avenue West Tuesday morning. Officers arrived and they found the woman dead. We'll have more on this story as it develops throughout the day on ABC 7 and also online at mysuncoast.com.
Happening today, it has been years in the making. A major shortcut is finally set to open in northern Manatee County. We are taking a live look at the new Fort Hamer Bridge. It connects Lakewood Ranch and Palmetto. It officially opens to drivers today at 11 a.m., but the county will hold a ribbon cutting at 8:30 this morning. The Fort Hamer Bridge was briefly open last month. It allowed people to evacuate before Hurricane Irma, but then closed again so the crews could make final preparations.
In Sarasota County, you can learn more about the Legacy Trail pedestrian bridge being built over Laurel Road. FDOT will have a public information meeting on Monday, October 30th. The $2 million project will begin in a few weeks and should be done in less than a year.
Remember, you can stay up to date on the latest news, plus see alerts for traffic and breaking news instantly with the new ABC 7 News app. If you use an iPhone or an iPad and currently have our news app, you do need to go to the App Store now to update. It does not update automatically, so search WWSB or My Suncoast. This is free, it provides the most comprehensive news, and if you're an Android user, it will update automatically.
An update now on an armed robbery last week on 301 near Newtown. Sarasota police credit social media and surveillance pictures with an arrest. Police arrested 19-year-old David Emberley in this robbery at a clothing store near 301 and 11th Street. He was armed with a knife and used it to threaten the clerk and demanded money. He is now in the Sarasota County Jail. Police put it on their Facebook and Twitter accounts, and some tips helped lead them to their suspect.
Manatee County will try to lure Amazon to build its newest headquarters right here on the Suncoast. Bradenton Area Economic Development Corporation President Sharon Hillstrom says that the agency has submitted 2 different site suggestions to Amazon, one in Lakewood Ranch, the other in North Manatee County. The Observer reports that home builder Carlos Baruf owns the North County parcel of land. Cities and counties across the country are bidding to bring Amazon's second massive headquarters to the region. The new facility for the online giant could bring up to 50,000 new jobs.
I was up in Buffalo last week. Buffalo and Rochester teaming up to try to get it, and you said Tampa and St. Pete also.
Tampa and St. Pete also agreeing to work together to get it. I mean, it's a big deal, 50,000 jobs, but I think we might want to be careful what we wish for.
That's just right. All the salaries are $100,000 on average.
Well, they still drive cars.
That's true.
Well, Manatee County got together with commissioners yesterday to talk about the serious flooding issues that have been occurring at Bowleys Creek and the Pierce Canal.
Homeowners say they want answers. Our Rick Adams has the story.
Well, flooding issues did take center stage here for Tuesday's work session with Manatee County commissioners. Flood victims did have a chance to have their voices heard. Ruth Gamma and Mauro Seta have lived in the Shady Brook Village condo development in Manatee County for many years. Heavy rains in late August caused Bowleys Creek to flood, damaging their home. Also, Gamma's vehicle was one of around a dozen that were lost. She says the floodwaters can be up to 3 feet deep during some storms, and she is sick of it.
We want some resolve to the issues that have been ensued upon everybody, and it's just something that we all want to see get better.
These flooding issues is what brought out dozens of people to speak in front of Manatee County commissioners on Tuesday. In addition to Bowleys Creek, flooding from the Pierce Canal in Bradenton has caused many headaches, especially for people who live in the Center Lake neighborhood. The big problem has been stormwater drainage issues. Basically, at times, there's too much water that the drains can't handle, and also debris gets in the way. John Sandberg explains what he had to go through during the recent late August storm.
I'm wading through my house, trying to evacuate my animals, my mom, everything I can get up high. I'm trying to get up high, and there's eels and fish swimming around me in my home.
Manatee County Public Works says they will continue to study Bowleys Creek and Pierce Canal, looking for the best ways to reduce the flooding risks. Some of what was being talked about includes dredging, freeing up money in a reserve, having more inmates help with the removal of storm debris, and possibly adding a stormwater fee for residents where the money would be used to significantly improve the stormwater drainage system.
These are neighbors. We care about them, and we want to get this thing resolved as quickly as possible.
And next up with all this, the Manatee County commissioners will have another work session in the coming weeks to start coming up with possible solutions to these flooding problems. Reporting from Bradenton, I'm Rick Adams, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
The city of Venice has been named one of 12 best fall beach destinations in Florida. Trips to Discover is an online travel booking site, and it named Venice as number 10 in its list of top fall beach destinations. The website notes that the area is known for being home to, of course, the fossilized shark's teeth, as we know on the beaches, as well as a place to enjoy swimming, sunbathing, fishing, and boating. The site also says Venice's downtown area provides great architecture, boutique shopping, restaurants, and locally owned businesses. Speaking of beaches, live music and unique sand sculptures coming soon to Siesta Beach. The Siesta Key Crystal Classic will run November 10th through 13th. We now know 10 bands will perform under a massive tent on the beach. It's a family-friendly festival, and the lineup includes a roster of local acts that you will recognize. For the first time, that festival will be open Friday and Saturday night until 9 p.m. There'll be live music, drinks at the party tent, and a light display to show off the amazing sand sculptures. Tickets can be purchased online through October 29th at siestakeycrystalclassic.com.
Happening today, the volunteers behind the World Rowing Championships will be honored for their work and dedication. Over 1,800 volunteers are invited to attend an appreciation party. Where else but at Nathan Benderson Park? It's tonight from 6 to 9 p.m. Volunteers will get to celebrate their hard work with food, drinks, games, and other entertainment. It was certainly quite an effort by all those volunteers to put that on so smoothly.
Absolutely, and I love the fact that they're able to come out and celebrate their work well done.
They deserve it.
Well, they should. I know you went out to see some of the races, right?
I did, absolutely, and I know Ray was out there,
Yeah,
too.
it was nice.
The only thing I would have changed was the temperature, and nobody can
It's a little muggy.
do a lot about that.
Yeah.
It was hot. I mean, that was a hot week.
I know it.
Dodged some thunderstorms, too.
Yeah, exactly. But, you know.
That's changing.
Still Florida.
Yep, that's changing. We're looking at some really chillier temperatures. Not chillier, no, sorry. Cooler temperatures coming our way as we head into probably 7 to 10 days out. We'll talk about that in a second.
All right, and still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast, of course, we'll check your first alert traffic. And we know that proper nutrition is a very important part of staying healthy, but how do you do it if you need to snack throughout the day?
If you need a snack, when you need a snack, in my case, we'll show you some easy snack hacks you can try on your own when we come back.
Hi, I'm Chef Bob. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday morning on ABC 7, where we'll be serving up the most awesome dishes. Then stop by your neighborhood Publix, pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients.
What to do when your heating or air conditioning needs service or, heaven forbid, replacement? Call Air Now today. We've been serving Sarasota and Manatee County since 1946. We offer $49.95 tune-ups, lease or finance options, and remember, service today or it's free.
This is an important announcement. If you're between 50 and 85 and worried about your loved ones, you can still get affordable life insurance for peace of mind.
My life insurance coverage is guaranteed, and I was not required to get a medical exam.
I had high blood pressure and diabetes, and I got my coverage with one telephone call. No exam necessary.
I'm a smoker, and I wanted to take care of my family. I called to get my life insurance and my affairs in order. I wanted to do the right thing.
Call Final Expense No Exam Insurance. Your rates are guaranteed and will never increase.
I called and learned that this insurance cannot be canceled even if you get sick or gain weight.
And there are no restrictions on how my beneficiaries use the money when I'm gone.
Approval was easy and the price was right. I wanted to do this for my children.
Call 800-738-9812. 800-738-9812.
Listen to this important message. If you owe money to the IRS, you will want to hear this. The IRS is cracking down on those who owe back taxes. They send out devastating letters, garnish paychecks, and even put liens on your home or business. You may have heard of it. It's called enforced compliance. Penalties and interest compound daily on your back taxes, putting you under a mountain of debt. Tax 10,000 has years of experience connecting people with tax resolution specialists who will negotiate with the IRS on your behalf. Working through the IRS Fresh Start program, they will handle all the necessary forms and can negotiate a tax settlement with the IRS. It's that simple. And if you qualify, you may end up saving thousands of dollars, finally ending your financial stress. Now is the time for a fresh start. Now is the time to call Tax 10,000. 800-699-3188. That's 800-699-3188. Call now.
Did you know that Sarasota County was the first in Florida to be recognized as an age-friendly community? Whether you're 22 or 82, we strive to be the best place to live, work, and play. A community rich with opportunities and things to do for people of all ages. On Saturday, October 28th, we're advancing this movement with a free community event featuring live entertainment and hands-on experiences. You won't want to miss our entire community coming together for an age-friendly festival presented by the Patterson Foundation.
I'm Alan Cohn. 14 dead at a Florida nursing home. After Hurricane Irma, what's the reaction to the governor's order that nursing homes must have generators?
Tonight on ABC 7 News at 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you. Now your ABC 7 First Alert Weather Forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
So I think the most noticeable thing about today's weather is certainly these morning temperatures, and that's generally where you first find fall, is in the morning temperatures. And our dew point values have dropped just a little bit, by about 6 degrees since 24 hours ago, and our air temperature has dropped about 4 or 5 degrees in most places. Excuse me. So it feels pretty comfortable outside right now. With a little mix of clouds and clear sky, I think we'll see a fair amount of sunshine today, helping to boost our temperatures to a little bit warmer than we were yesterday. We have winds that are kind of breezy, coming in northeast at about 9 right now. We've had some gusts as high as 18 over the last couple of hours, so a breezy morning, and I think tomorrow morning will be breezy as well as we get that little easterly surge that we get during the late afternoon and into the evening hours. 71, Wauchula, Arcadia at 72. Mayaca comes in at 70. Northport 72. Venice 72. Bradenton 70, and so's Parrish. Across the region, some drier air filtered in along the west coast of Florida. That's reduced our rain chance today to really negligible during the morning hours and only about 20% during the afternoon. Anything in the afternoon will probably come in the form of this easterly wind, bringing in some of the moisture that we see already producing some showers over on the other coast, and taking that moisture, transporting it across the peninsula and bringing it into our area. But as I mentioned, right now, all the morning commute should be rain-free. Across the nation, if you're traveling today, flying out, not an airport having any weather worries whatsoever. Very quiet with that high-pressure ridge in place. It bridges over the stalled frontal boundary and leaves us with some pleasant conditions over the next several days. Sun-cloud mix, breezy, that's the only thing, so boaters pay attention to those afternoon wind surges, and then isolated showers for the next day or two. Then we'll start to lighten up on that shower chance. We'll have today a northeast wind coming in at about 10 to 15, surging in the afternoon and evening to 20. And we'll look for about a 20% chance of shower for a couple of days, then drying out. Then that next front, that really cool front, comes our way, coming through here on Wednesday, the day after this 7-day forecast ends. With daytime highs in the low 70s, we may have nighttime lows in some places in the 50s. That will be on Wednesday into the end of next work week. Back to you.
Forward to that change. Thank you very much, John. Checking out First Alert traffic. Off to a good start this morning. No major problems right now. A little bit of volume on 301 north and southbound, but I-75 moving well through Manatee County. Things look good in Sarasota County. A little bit of volume getting on I-75 at Bee Ridge Road, but no major backups, and things looking good this morning. No accidents or delays in South County. It is 6:47, and in this hour's Health Smart, proper nutrition, we know, is a key part of good health. But when your energy's lagging and you need a snack to keep yourself going, it's always tempting to reach for something sugary instead of something healthy. Kim Hutcherson shows us the ways to avoid those cravings.
A healthy snack can provide energy in the middle of the day and keep you from overeating at mealtime. So try these healthy snack hacks. First and foremost, avoid the junk food. If you have to keep sugary snacks in your home, put them where they're hard to see or reach. Don't spend money on pre-packaged snacks. Buy healthful choices in bulk and divide out your portions yourself at home. This will keep you from eating too much at one time. It also allows you to tailor your snacks to your specific health needs, like subbing in unsalted nuts and homemade trail mix. Give your veggies a kick with healthy dips or spreads like hummus or tzatziki. Try to vary your vegetables to include green, red, and orange options. Bring your ready-to-eat snacks with you so you have power over your snack choices. Stock up on whole fruits like bananas, apples, and oranges. They're easy to throw into a bag and provide natural sugars rather than the processed kind. And give yourself a nutrient blast by combining food groups: yogurt and berries, apples and peanut butter, or whole grain crackers with turkey and avocado. For today's Health Minute, I'm Kim Hutcherson.
Easier said than done. Give me brownies and cookies. Entertainment news now. The Wookiee is out of the bag. There, I said it, on the next Star Wars film title. Ron Howard posted a video on Twitter of himself revealing the movie's name. It is Solo, a Star Wars story. It follows a 20-year-old something version of his Han Solo on the adventures with his sidekick Chewbacca. There it is. Howard took over as director back in August after the original directors clashed with Lucasfilm executives. That's a bad idea. The film is set to hit theaters on May the 25th. Some of the biggest names in entertainment came together last night in support of hurricane and earthquake victims. The music service Tidal hosted Tidal X Brooklyn, a benefit concert aimed at providing aid to communities devastated by recent hurricanes, as well as the massive earthquake in Mexico. The concert featured a long list of artists, including Jay-Z, Stevie Wonder, and Jennifer Lopez. More than 3 decades after Meryl Streep and Cher were up for an Oscar for Silkwood, they're teaming up again in a more upbeat film, Mamma Mia. Here we go again. Put that song in your head.
I love that show.
It's a catchy song, too. The sequel to the 2008 musical Mamma Mia, the big screen reunion, is set to premiere next summer. I remember seeing Pierce Brosnan trying to sing in that first one.
It's okay. He doesn't have to sing well. Just saying.
Yeah. You think he looks
has
good?
To stand there.
All right. You like him, huh? 10 to 7 right now. Still ahead, your top local news headlines and a story that's full of bull.
Oh, we'll tell you where this bovine got out before he led police on quite the chase. Stay with us.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
SRQ Performance Parts provides parts and accessories from over 300 manufacturers, so you can get that new manifold, carburetor, gasket, bolt kit, or nitrous oxide system fast. We'll help you beat the competition. Call or visit SRQ Performance Parts online today for all your high-performance parts and advice.
Why settle for less? Get more for your money at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Subaru is the best overall brand for 2 years running and the most trusted brand for 3 years running, according to Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com. Right now, you can lease one of Subaru's most versatile vehicles, the Subaru Crosstrek, for as little as $199 a month, or get 2.9% financing with complimentary maintenance included. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
This is an important medical announcement. Talcum powder products from some of the best-known brands have been linked to ovarian cancer. Any woman who has used a talcum powder product and has been diagnosed with ovarian cancer may be entitled to substantial compensation. Studies show that women with long-term use of talcum powder, including baby powder for feminine hygiene, can increase the risk of contracting ovarian cancer. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential, there's no cost, and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to women who should have been warned about the risks of ovarian cancer with long-term use of talcum powder. Call the Talcum Powder Hotline. If you or a loved one used talcum powder and were diagnosed or died from ovarian cancer, you must call now.
Call 800-570-7599, 800-570-7599.
Glasses and contacts. You need them to see, but they put such a strain on your life, you miss precious moments. Due to new advances in vision improvement technology, LASIK is now affordable for almost everyone, with procedures starting as low as $299 per eye and over 1 million procedures performed by our trusted independent surgeons. LASIK surgery is a sensible, safe, and affordable solution to improve your vision. Our simple 3-step process begins with a free evaluation, followed by an extensive preoperative exam to determine if you're a candidate for LASIK eye surgery. Depending on the results of your evaluation and eye exam, you and your surgeon will choose the LASIK option that works best for you. So call now to talk to a LASIK Vision Institute counselor and schedule your free evaluation. That's a $100 value, free. Call the LASIK Vision Institute for your free evaluation and enjoy more of your life.
Call 1-800-813-0109. 1-800-813-0109.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com for Chef Judy's favorite recipes, restaurant guide, and more. Go to mysuncoast.com/dining.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
There it is, Fort Hamer. Not Hammer, it's Hamer. Hamer time. Open today at 11 o'clock after years of discussion. It's finally happening today.
Absolutely. And Manatee County officials will be out there at 11 o'clock for the official opening. And I'm sure we will then hear the official naming of the bridge. But
yes,
we have been told by viewers that it is Fort Hamer. Here are some of the top stories we're following for you today.
Surveillance video and social media tips led Sarasota police to make an arrest in an armed robbery from last week. They arrested 19-year-old David Emberley for this robbery at a store on North Washington Boulevard near Newtown.
Manatee County is among the dozens of applicants trying to land the new Amazon headquarters. The county is suggesting 2 sites, one in Lakewood Ranch, the other in northern Manatee County, and that project could lead to 50,000 new jobs.
And once again, years in the making, a $32 million span opens today. 8:30 a.m. groundbreaking, ribbon cutting rather, 11 o'clock opening for the public at northern Manatee County.
Taking a final look at First Alert traffic, that bridge obviously will make such a big difference in traffic when we have problems on I-75, but right now there are no problems. The interstate's moving great. No problems through Manatee and Sarasota County. Things are looking good, and even South County, accident and delay free. John?
Low humidity for a few days, mix of sun and clouds today with isolated shower or sprinkles. Then next week, we start to see the humidity increase as a cold front approaches. Rain chances will go up. That cold front brings some really cooler air.
NYPD took down a massive suspect in Brooklyn yesterday, a bull roaming Prospect Park. High stakes, low-speed chase. Noon ended about an hour later. They corralled the burly bull who got loose from a nearby slaughterhouse and now will be taken to an animal sanctuary, so it worked.
It did. He got out and his life has been spared.
If word gets out to other bulls, they'll try it too.
Yeah.
It's worth a risk. What's the alternative?
Exactly.
Right?
I love the fact that that worked for him.
Absolutely. More room in the sanctuary, I would say.
All right.
That's nice.
Enjoy your Wednesday, folks.
Good Morning America is coming up next. Have a good day.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
Celebrate the end of summer with big savings during the Jeep Celebration event going on now at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Shop the area's largest selection of new Jeep Wranglers or save big on a new sleek and stylish Jeep Cherokee for as little as $18,999. Drive off today for your next great adventure in a brand new Jeep Renegade for as low as $15,999. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota today.